Piltover, the city of innovation, progress, hextech, and corruption as we saw in Arcane. I'm MrGuybrush, and today we're gonna go through Piltover. We have been doing this every week. Last week it was Zone, and we're gonna go through all the champions, all the artwork, all the explanation that League of Legends officially has put out. Even if you're a seasoned veteran, or a noob like myself that has never played the games and just watch Arcane, you might learn something today, something that might be cool for the future, maybe Season 2 of Arcane, or the other games that they might release eventually, like the MMORPG, who knows. Without further ado, let's go. Here we are on the official website of League of Legends where you can explore the map. So far I have only explored one area that is called Zone, and today we're gonna go with Piltover. This is such a cool animation, by the way. Like, the fact that they did all this map is so cool. Alright, so these two cities are together. They are basically merged together, where Zone is down there, like the catacombs, let's say, the dark alleys and all of that, and Piltover is at the top. And it's very important to notice where these two cities are placed. There is no other area on Runeterra where these two continents, I'm assuming this is another continent, right, connect in this way, where you can just go by foot, right? So I'm guessing they have a business, like they said in the show. They have a lot of business opportunities in there for trading and for blockages and all of that. So if this city ever falls, a lot of things might also fall, right? Piltover, look at that. Look at how everything is like arched together. I bet there is down there it's all Zone and they want to avoid it. And all of these are novels and stuff like that. Piltover is a thriving, progressive city whose power and influence is on the rise. It is Valorant's cultural center, where art, craftsmanship, trade, and innovation walk hand in hand. Its power comes not through military might, but the engines of commerce and forward thinking. Situated on the cliffs above the district of Zone and overlooking the ocean, fleets of ships pass through its titanic sea gates, bringing goods from all over the world. The wealth this generates has given rise to an unprecedented boom in the city's growth. Piltover has, and still is, reinventing itself as a city where fortunes can be made and dreams can be lived. Burgeoning merchant clans fund development in the most incredible endeavors, grand artistic follies, esoteric hextech research, and architectural monuments to their power. With ever more inventors delving into the emerging lore of Hextech, Piltover has become a lodestone for the most skilled craftsmen the world over. So, you know, like I was saying earlier, the strategic placement of this city makes it so rich in commerce and all of that. Makes sense, right? It makes sense. That's why we see in the show too. We see that the Citadel, the people who rule this city, it's all about, you know, capitalism, trying to control the richness of the war, basically. Okay, I mean, it's not as... This city doesn't strike me as that interesting compared to Zone, which is more like mysterious and stuff. But who knows, you know, like where there is riches, there is also corruption and stuff. Like we saw Marcus in Season 1 of Arcane, that he just decided to take bribes and all of that. Alright, so now let's go and check out who are the champions of Piltover. And by the way, this is a surprise to me. I'm reading all of this without knowing what I'm about to read. So this is pretty cool. Alright, so these are the champions. I'm gonna do a quick overview of each of them, but on a separate videos I will be doing a whole video dedicated to each of the champions. I will be starting with Arcane champions, but eventually I will do all of them because I would love to learn more and more. So yeah, let's start with Caitlyn. Caitlyn, the sheriff of Piltover. Okay, so this is already different from Arcane, by the way. In Arcane, she wasn't the sheriff. She was like a minor policewoman investigator who got fired, actually. And I guess maybe on Season 2 we're gonna see her as the sheriff. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think there is a high chance that will happen. Alright, the related champions are Vi and Jinx, which makes a lot of sense. She's a marksman in the game. And her quote is, "To be the best hunter, you had to be able to think like your prey, Caitlyn." Yeah, I guess it's like with the rifle and stuff, right? Renowned as its finest peacekeeper, Caitlyn is also Piltover's best shot at ridding the city of its elusive criminal elements. She is often paired with Vi, I didn't know that, acting as a cool counterpoint to her partner's more impetuous nature. So Vi is like working as a sidekick for the sheriff now, or what? In Piltover? I mean, they were together in the show, but I didn't expect Vi to stay in Piltover. Even though she carries a one-of-a-kind Hextech rifle, Caitlyn's most powerful weapon is her superior intellect, allowing her to lay elaborate traps for any lawbreakers foolish enough to operate in the City of Progress. Interesting. Okay, so she uses the Hextech as well. Okay, cool. Alright, next champion is Camille. I don't know this champion, so let's see who she is. She got a cool animated background here. Camille, the Steel Shadow. She's connected to Caitlyn, Ezreal, I don't know who that is, Jace, Victor, Vi, Echo, Oriana, and Warwick. I think we checked out Oriana in the song episode, right? Okay, so she seems to be connected to everybody. That's interesting. She is a fighter in the game, and her quote is, "Precision is the difference between a butcher and a surgeon." Okay, cool, alright. Weaponized to operate outside of the boundaries of the law, Camille is the principal intelligencer of Clan Ferros, an elegant and elite agent who ensures the Piltover machine and Zonite underbelly run smoothly. Adaptable and precise, she views a sloppy technique as an embarrassment that must be put to order. With a mind as sharp as the blade she bears, Camille's pursuit of superiority through the Hextech body augmentations has left many to wonder if she's now more machine than human. Ooh, this is some cyberpunk type of thing, right? She has adapted the Hextech into her body, kind of like Victor, maybe, I don't know. Victor kind of did the same. Okay, that's very interesting. This is a very unique champion. And she strikes me like Batman a little bit, right? She operates kind of outside of the law. Oh, I like her. Okay, I hope we hear more about her, maybe even in Arcane Season 2. Next one, Ezreal, or Ezreal, I don't know how to pronounce it. The Digital Explorer. And he's connected to Kassadin, Lux, and Rek'Sai. I don't know who these are, I'm sorry. Alright, he's a marksman. And his quote is, "If I don't know the rules, then how can I be breaking them?" Oh my god, okay, yeah. That's like, I didn't do the taxes because I didn't know how to do them. Yeah. Okay, I like his attitude. A dashing adventurer, unknowingly gifted in the magical arts, Ezreal raids lone lost catacombs, tangles with ancient curses, and overcomes seemingly impossible odds with ease. His courage and bravado knowing no bounds, he prefers to improvise his way out of any situation, relying partially on his wits, but mostly on his mystical Shuriman gauntlet. Shuriman, okay, I don't know what that is. I guess it's another region. Which he uses to unleash devastating arcane blasts. One thing is for sure, whenever Ezreal is around, travel isn't too far behind, or ahead, probably everywhere. Okay, I like the vibe that this guy got going on. It's kind of like Indiana Jones, maybe? Or maybe Han Solo even, kind of strikes me something like that. So yeah, he got like a gauntlet or something, right? I guess it's not Hextech, because they say it's from another region. Yeah, Shuriman, I think that's from the South continent. I wonder what he's doing in Piltover, why they consider him a hero from Piltover. Like I said, I will go through every single champion in detail, but today it's all about the city, and so that's why I'm doing an overview only. Of course, Heimerdinger. Of course, we couldn't skip Heimerdinger. He's the Revere Inventor. He looks very different in here, by the way, from what he does in the show. And he's a mage, by the way. I don't know why in Arcane I had the feeling that he was against magic. I thought he was more of an inventor, and that's it, like, you know, tinkerer or something like that. But yeah, no, apparently he's a mage. So he's connected to Corki, Gnar, Ziggs. I know Ziggs is friend of Jinx, right? Rumble and Veigar. Okay, I only know Ziggs from this list. But they're all cute, especially this one Nar. Alright, the quote is, "Impossible, you say? Nonsense, just wait until you see my calculations." Heimerdinger, okay. A brilliant yet eccentric Yordle scientist, that's the race of the little people, right? Professor Cecil B. Heimerdinger, I didn't know his full name. It's one of the most innovative and esteemed inventors Piltover has ever known. Relentless in his work to the point of neurotic obsession, he thrives on answering the universe's most impenetrable questions. Though his theories often appear opaque and esoteric, Heimerdinger has crafted some of Piltover's most miraculous, not to mention lethal, machinery and constantly tinkers with his inventions to make them even more efficient. Honestly, this looks very different from what the show was showing. Like Heimerdinger show, like he was very conservative, he didn't want any progress or anything, so I don't know, maybe they changed a little bit the lore. I know Arcane is supposed to be canon now, so supposedly Arcane is the latest version of the canon lore. This might be a little bit outdated maybe. But, or maybe this was before Arcane, because it's very old, right? Or after Arcane. Arcane was set in the past, supposedly, so yeah, I don't know, but this is cool to know. Of course, Jace, with his hammer, he's gonna be hammering around. He doesn't look like this in the show, but maybe he will soon. Jace, the defender of tomorrow. He's connected to Ezreal, Camille, Caitlyn, Vi, Victor, and Skarner. I don't know who that is. I know everybody here except Skarner. Maybe he will be the mayor of Piltover or something after what happens in Season 1, if he survives, by the way. Alright, let's see the quote. "Picking a fight with me is the dumbest thing you've done today." And that's saying a lot. Okay. He becomes a badass or what? Because in the show he was like, you know, not really forward. But I guess he changed a little bit, I don't know. Jace is a brilliant inventor who has pledged his life to the defense of Piltover and its unyielding pursuit of progress. With his transforming Hextech hammer in hand, Jace uses his strength, courage, and considerable intelligence to protect his hometown. While revered throughout the city as a hero, he hasn't taken well to the attention heroism brings. Still, Jace's heart is in the right place, and even those who envy his natural skills are grateful for his protection in the City of Progress. Okay, so he's very... I thought he might fall into the dark side or something, but no, he seems very honorable, righteous, and, you know, lawful good. Just protecting the city. I didn't know he was from this city, because in the show Arcane, he gets teleported by a mage. By a mage, we don't know who. Some people say it's Rice, some people say it's not, I don't know. It's a theory. He gets teleported from a snowy area, which I'm assuming that was his hometown or something, but no, it says here, I mean, is your hometown where you were born or where you are living, residing? Yeah, the wording there was kind of weird, but I'm assuming he's not from here, right? That's cool. Jace is still fighting the good cause. Now, Oriana, she looks cool. She looks like Pinocchio or something. Oriana, the Lady of Clockwork. Okay, I wasn't far off with Pinocchio. And she's related to Blitzcrank, Camille, and Skarner. We keep hearing this name, Skarner. I hope we figure out where that person is from. And Blitzcrank, we saw that he's from Zone, and he was created by Victor. So that's interesting. They are both robots. I wonder who created this one. And she's a mage. Okay. This is a quote. "When a moth emerges from its chrysalis, does it remember its life as a caterpillar?" Okay, she got some philosophy in there. Once a curious girl of flesh and blood, Oriana is now a technological marvel composed entirely of clockwork. She became gravely ill after an incident in the lower districts of Zone, and her failing body had to be replaced with exquisite artifice, piece by piece. Accompanied by the extraordinary brass orb that houses her Hextech arsenal, Oriana is now free to explore the wonders of Piltover and beyond. Oh, I bet that whoever put the pieces together for her was Blitzcrank. And this is, yeah, I see the philosophical part of the question here. Because at what point do you stop being you if you keep being replaced by pieces? Huh? That's pretty cool. I can see this being a really interesting character. But she was also flesh and blood, it says. So if we ever see her in Arcane, we're gonna see her in her original shape, right? Very interesting characters in Piltover. Now, Seraphine, this looks very different from all the others. She looks very different. I know, she looks cool though, so yeah. Seraphine, the starry-eyed songstress. Oh, she's like a singer. Related champions, Skarner. Who is Skarner? Why everybody's related to Skarner? Okay. She's a mage, and her quote is, "This one's for you." Okay, so she's a singer, she's an artist. Born in Piltover to Zonite's parents, Seraphine can hear the souls of others. The world sings to her, and she sings back. Though these sounds overwhelm her in her youth, she now draws on them for inspiration, turning the chaos into a symphony. She performs for the sister cities to remind their citizens that they are not alone, that they are stronger together, and that in her eyes their potential is limitless. Okay, she's kind of cool. So she has this chaotic inside that she needs to let out as song, and she heals other people like that, or not heal, but like inspire. So she's like a bard or something, right? Okay, this one is interesting. Seraphine, I like her. Of course, the last one, Vi. Look at her. She's moving over here with her gauntlets. The Piltover Enforcer. And she's related to Caitlyn, of course, Jinx, and Echo. And she's a fighter. We can either do this the hard way, or... Oh wait, no. There's just the hard way. She's so badass. I like her so much. It's hard to choose who can be your favorite character in Arcane, honestly. Because there are so many. There are just so many. Once a criminal from the mean streets of Zone, Vi is a hot-headed, impulsive, and fearsome woman with only a very loose respect for authority figures. I bet that's only respect to Caitlyn. Growing up all but alone, Vi developed finely honed survival instincts, as well as a wickedly abrasive sense of humor. Now working with the Wardens to keep the peace in Piltover, she wields mighty Hextech gauntlets that can punch through walls and suspects with equal ease. Ooh, interesting. So she's not exactly with the law, but she's working to keep the peace in Piltover. That is interesting. Because she started like hating Piltover, right? She was down there in Zone in the prison, and now she's fighting for it. I wonder like if in season 2 we're gonna see that. Probably yeah, we're gonna see that. We're gonna see her fighting for Piltover. I bet Jinx is gonna be causing trouble in Piltover all the time. They had to encounter every now and then. Vi having some character development over here. The related stories for the cities and the areas, I'm gonna be doing separate videos, okay? Also, this video right here, you can check it out already. I have my full reaction over here. This is where Jinx and Heimerdinger and Echo, they're all together in there. And it's pretty cool. Yeah, that cinematic, I liked it a lot. All the cinematics and stuff like that, I'm gonna be doing separate videos because I think it's better. And now let's explore the visions of Piltover. This is Sindelos Incognium Runeterra. Runeterra means the whole continent. I wonder what that means. I guess this is a war map for them or something, right? But I don't see any map anyway. The Ecliptic Vaults, Piltover's most secure bank. Ooh, we haven't seen anything like that. Imagine Jinx robbing that bank, haha. The Piltover Treasury. I love the alleys and everything. It looks very nice. I like the atmosphere of this city. If we ever have the MMORPG, I cannot wait to be walking on these streets. It's gonna be so cool. Sidereal Avenue, entrance to Piltover Treasury. Okay, again over here, I see. It's just a little bit back. Trade and progress. This is what I was talking about at the beginning. Like, you can literally see the two continents being connected. And they got the control of all of this, right? I guess Zone is like down there, deep in there. Yeah, this is pretty cool. And it's bigger than I thought. The ancient city of Zone was a northern Shuriman trading outpost, but it was the creation of Piltover's sea gates more than 3,000 years later that brought even greater prosperity. Also, Zone was in there first, and then they created the... Ah, I see. This is a canal at a different height. I see, like the Panama Canal, right? So they enter over here, they get locked, it lowers and keeps going down, and then it exits over here. Okay, now I am starting to understand. It's not only trade by road or whatever, but also by boat, zeppelin, Hex gates, like, oh my god, yeah. If Piltover falls, the world can fall as well, truly. The Sun Gates. The construction of these sea gates made Piltover a hub of mercantile trade between Valorant and Shurima, bringing unimaginable wealth to the city's rulers. Okay, so the south continent is called Shurima and the northern Valorant, right? Okay, I didn't know that. Workshop of the Horological Institute. Workshops of Hextech researchers are magnificent examples of what a wealthy patron can do for an inventor. So horological means like Hextech oriented? I saw this on the Song City as well. Somebody let me know in the comments because I don't really know what that means. Workshops? Yeah, just a lot of machinery going on in this city. Like crazy, probably. Impacts across Valorant. Trade is the lifeblood of Piltover, and its command of the main sea route between east and west has seen its coffers swell with gold. A consequence of this has been the rapid expansion of the Noxian Empire, whose armies and supplies can now travel the length and breadth of Valorant with relative ease. It has also allowed Bilgewater to prosper as a haven for reavers who preyed on ships traveling to and from Piltover. So I watched this video by Necrid and he briefly explained what the Noxian Empire is, and basically they are like conquering everything up north over there, right? And Bilgewater are the pirates, basically. And I haven't checked out those areas yet in detail like I'm doing this one right now, but I will do that in the future. So that's pretty cool that they all merge in here, right? Blue Wind Court. I'm gonna be honest, but the whole noble part, like capitalism part of Piltover is kind of boring to me. Like whenever I saw that in the show, like it didn't put me to sleep, but it was kind of secondary to me. I prefer the action of zone and all of that, yeah. Structures of Wonder. Piltover's newer structures are graceful mixtures of polished marble, latticework bronze, and shimmering glass that sit alongside older buildings of hewn stone and weathered timber. Flatted towers inlaid with gold and silver reach for the clear skies, as arcane bridges span the chasms between the cliff tops. Yeah, we gotta avoid sun, right? So we gotta do all those arches and stuff. Wealth and status. The entrances to mercantile buildings are often incredibly elaborate. Even those dwellings that predate Hextech have since been ornamented with elaborate details to further reinforce the impression that Piltover is a city drowning in gold. Okay. Yeah, so, you know, this is confirming too that Piltover is gonna embrace Hextech despite what Heimerdinger was trying to do, the warnings that he was trying to give, right? Okay, so there we go. We got the visions of Piltover. Now let's check out the Hextech. And this is Ekalavaya's Hex Bow. Looks really cool. Oh my god. The powers of hex coils in this bow makes its bolt so powerful that they can punch through cold forged iron. Wow, that's a powerful bow. I wonder who wields that bow. I mean, Ekalavaya's, I guess? But maybe that's not the person who has it now? I don't know. They do so much with Hextech, it's insane. Atlas Gauntlets. Exceedingly rare and powerful Hextech. Oh, I saw this in the show. Yeah, I saw this in the show. They were meant for mining operations, but Vi took it, right? Exceedingly rare and powerful Hextech augments that considerably boost the wearer's strength and dexterity. Continued usage has resulted in skeletal damage to the wearer, but this has not halted demand for such items. Oh yeah, your back is gonna hurt with this. Gotta be careful. Piltover Artifice. Okay, not sure what this is. Looks cool though. Vishala's Hexling Caliber. Originally manufactured for the Piltover's Wardens, the design for this Hex power weapon have seen being locked away as being too dangerous. Interesting, okay. They don't want to mess with that. Hextech Cube Battery. Okay, this was... I call this the Rubik's Cube that Big Victor tried to solve all the time. Yeah, okay, let's see what this is. The first attempt to capture crystalline power in portable form was the hexahedral configuration, with shards cut from the Odin Valley. Okay, so that's what it is. They were just trying to contain it in a cube. Just Hextech in general. Hextech is a newly emergent fusion of magic and technology used to create exquisite artifacts that can be wielded by anyone. not just those few with natural aptitude for the arcane. It harnesses the magical power contained within extremely rare crystals, and its power is limited only by the imagination of their users. It is capable of amazing feats, from powering machinery to creating beams of light capable of cutting the strongest steel. The process of crafting Hextech is a closely guarded secret, and no two artificers work to the same methodology. As such, each item of Hextech is a unique artifact of rare beauty, a bespoke creation that will likely have taken years to craft. Well, so yeah, I guess like no two artificers work the same way. Shows like in Arcane, like you see Jinx and Jace, and they are like wondering how they did that, but they kind of figure it out for each other, right? That's pretty cool. Yeah, they're following the lore pretty well, must I say. Disc Runner, yeah, I haven't seen that. Okay, these are like, back in the day, I remember somebody designed some card like this. How do you see in front of you? Can somebody tell me? How do they see? How do they know that there is a kid crossing the street or something? Merchant Clan Sigils. The mercantile clans of Piltover each have their own unique sigil to identify their homes, workshops, shipments, warehouses, inventions, brands, and places of business. Each sigil bears many meanings and interpretations, some obvious, some less so. I wonder if these are the houses that we saw in the council of Piltover in the show. Like there were like 7 council people lighting the city of progress. A light source on the richest streets of Piltover. These lights pierce the darkness and rising zone grey with ease. Okay, just a fancy light bulb. Yeah? I wonder, do they use Hextech also for the light bulbs? I don't know. Hextech guns? Okay. Are these also too dangerous? Do they need to reload this or anything? Pneumatube conduit. Used for transporting sealed messages between the commercial halls, a tangled network of vacuum pipers thread the city, allowing extremely rapid communications across Piltover. Okay, just like in real life, we got these tubes, but I guess they have them everywhere. I wonder if they have them also for people to, like in Futurama or something. People get in there and they go, phew, you know? Alright, so that was the Hextech. And lastly, we got the People of Piltover. Let's see what they look like. Okay, they look either noble or like inventors, right? Or like blacksmiths. The cosmopolitan nature of Piltover makes its inhabitants as varied as their city, but there remains a particular character to its people. A citizen of Piltover is typically self-reliant, does not expect handouts, and always aspires to do better. They are averse to meddling from outsiders, and see an open and free market as essential to the city's continued prosperity. Passions quickly rise and fall in the salons of Piltover, and while most tastes tend towards formal and functional, there are those who push the boundaries of good taste and common sense with their overly elaborate displays of wealth. Okay, everybody flexing, I see. Yago Medarda. Ooh, Medarda. I know Medarda. I know who Medarda is. It was a woman that was the mom of the capitalist woman, girlfriend of Jace. I forgot her name. The current master of Clan Medarda, Yago commands immense respect and power throughout Piltover. With the revenue generated by his father's piston patents, Yago is funding research into using Hextech to speed the opening and closing of the sun gates. Those are the sun gates are the ones for the boats, right? Supposedly, I think. Okay, I wonder who this could be. It has to be related to Medarda. Yeah, I don't know, maybe this could be the husband or the brother or something of that woman, Medarda. But definitely they are related. This is a surprise. Wardens, okay. The Wardens are the men and women tasked with maintaining the rule of law in Piltover. The organization is funded by trades, taxes, and voluntary contributions from the mercantile clans. Ooh, I wonder if this actually quote-unquote voluntary means like extortion or something. Outfitting the Wardens with the uniform and equipment. Many of these donations take the form of unique Hextech, such as specialized weaponry or other devices. And Vi is working with them too, which is a surprise. Vaido Violante. A former apprentice of Corvin Revek, Vaido works on numerous projects at once, but stabilizing the energy outputs of his renowned Atlas gauntlets is at the top of his list of priorities. Wait, so in here, this guy is the inventor of Atlas gauntlets, but in the show it was Victor and Jace. Yeah, I guess like this is not canon anymore, or like maybe he made them better. Yeah, I don't know. This is contradicting a little bit with the show. Maybe they just decided to get rid of this guy. I don't know. And here there's something called the Medarda Heirloom. To the wealthy clans of Piltover, seaborne trade is key to their continued wealth. Detailed knowledge of the ocean's many trade routes and city ports, as well as the people who control them, is jealously guarded and passed down only to worthy heirs. Over many years of his life, Yago Medarda has sailed far and wide to secure Clan Medarda's fortune, and his well-traveled and oft-amended map offers many clues to those seeking their fortune upon the high seas. So this guy, the Yago Medarda, he's a traveler, he's an explorer, wealthy man who trades and all of that. Okay, and by the way, whenever I click here, it brings me back over here. This link is broken. But I found this image, which is the same. Likely somebody saved it, and you can see all how long it takes between routes, how far it is. Yeah, so obviously you can see that Piltover is in the middle of it all. There wouldn't be any commerce without that, right? And here are some letters as well. Let's read one. Let's see. Nephew Shallop, I'm not sure if that's right. As much as I am forced to admire your frankly staggering, if baffling level of self-belief in the face of numerous failures that will have punctured the ego of the staunch-chest Zonite braggart, I would like to confirm in writing that control of the Medarda clan's commercial portfolio and access to the clan trade map, which you have long coveted, shall not be granted to you, not now, not in time, nor ever. I suggest you take up a profession more befitting your natural talents, perhaps as a chem lamp lighter, and be grateful to your aunt, my dear wife, that your ties with the clan are not severed completely. This will be the end of the matter. Sincerely, Yago Medarda. Damn, so he's like gatekeeping who can access this or not. These are shipments, are visible, so it's kind of hard to see there. But yeah, this is very detailed, very cool. I like it. Look at that. Filled with notes, feels like it's a new contact every month. Holy crap, this is so detailed. I'm guessing these are the types of trades that they do as well. Yeah, like horses, few breed, light Vindorian bread for desert use, any good? And there you go, that was Piltover. That was a really cool deep dive into the lore, and I bet there is way more. I bet as you read other stories from other cities, everything is gonna start connecting together. As I read more about the other cities and understanding more about the general lore, of course. If you learned something new, let me know in the comments. If not, well, I hope this was entertaining. I'm learning a lot and I'm having a good time learning about this world, and there's so much to it. It's insane, even with little maps with notes and everything. It's really crazy. I like it a lot. So now that Song and Piltover are covered and my arcane instincts are satisfied for now, which cities should I cover next? Let me know in the comments, okay? Which preference do you have? Because there are so many still, and if I do this every week, it's gonna take a while to go through them. If you enjoyed this video, do let me know, consider subscribing, and check out the other videos like this, where I'm just learning about the lore of League of Legends. This has been MrGuybrush, and I will see you next time. Bye 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 bye.